Ladies and gentlemen, villagers and creepers, welcome back to A Mining Melon. I am being Melonz, and this is episode 3 of A Mining Melon. And today we've got quite a bit planned for this episode, but before we get into what we've got planned, I want to show you guys what I've been doing in between episodes. So off camera, in between episodes, I was able to find a skeleton spawner while mining in a cave system, and the nice thing about this spawner is that it's located right by our village. Now, I know it's not pretty by any means yet, but I definitely have plans to take care of that in the future. But it's just super helpful because it helped me get all the tools back that I lost in the last episode in the nether. And some of the tools aren't as good as they were, like on the melon slicer we lost looting. But other than that, and fortune on a shovel, like I don't need that much flint. Who needs that much flint? But other than that, our tools are pretty good. So we're back where we kind of need to be. They just need some efficiency 5 and we'll be chilling. But for anyone who has ever played Minecraft survival before, I'm sure you've built one of these farms, and let me tell you, this is the most basic XP farm I think that is out there. But if you just look behind this block here, it's dug out 4 on each side, and there's water pushing all the skeletons into one block, which is right here. They fall down the tube, and then we just go down the ladder to kill them. There's no water elevator. I'm lazy. Hey, I'm lazy. But yeah, it'll do for the time being. It is just to get the job done, and once they fall down, you just hit here and you swing away. So it was super helpful finding it, and oh, too close. Oh, I'm very glad that we found it though. Another thing that I was able to accomplish in between episodes was I was able to finish our storage barn. Not entirely, but for the most part. So if we walk on in here, this is kind of what it's going to be looking like, and as you can see, I was able to get the shroom lights that we lost last episode after we died. But they're underneath each of the blocks here and up in the ceiling so that they can be under these blocks up here. So I just need some more item frames, but obviously leather can kind of be a grind to get sometimes. But for the most part, I would say that this storage room is complete, and we just kind of need to organize and fill in what we're going to need where. But I also got plenty of cobblestone, plenty of stone, and a good chunk of andesite, which will help us be able to build a couple of things that we're looking to get done in today's episode. Now, before we get into the plan for today's episode, there is one more piece of footage that you guys should probably see just so you're caught up. Chalk it up. Those hoglins, guys, like they are so beefy. Well, they're pork, but oh my gosh, like I despise them at the moment. I'm still a little butthurt, but look at our shiny diamond armor. I forgot to mention that right off the bat. I did go back to that bastion that I ended up jumping off towards the end of the last episode and got all my diamond armor back, so we obviously didn't have to craft any of this stuff and make any new armor, which was huge. But the plan for today's episode is to start farm and to start our base. Now, the farm I'm going to be starting is a sugarcane farm, so I don't have to walk all the way down this line to the end of the river into a different biome and just chop that all down by hand and pick it all up, swim into the ocean and get the stuff out of the ocean. So we're going to be putting a sugarcane farm on this side of the hill, and I want to hollow out this hill and the hill across from it, and these will be kind of like our underground parts of our base. Like I'll have all the farms, I think, in this one. I'm not sure what the plan will be for this one, but I want to connect them with a big hanging bridge, and I want to build a village around this area right towards the coastline and our nether portal. And then I want to eventually build a bigger village back there so there'll be a cool something in the distance. And then that also leaves the opportunity for us to build our own little house kind of thing at the top of the hill. Now, I know that was a lot to take in all at one time, and it will slowly be developing over time through episodes, but I hope you guys can gather kind of a picture of what I'm kind of describing. But for today's episode, the building that we're going to be doing is I'm going to be building like a stone archway that kind of extrudes from this hill a few blocks with stone, andesite, and cobblestone like I had talked about earlier. And I kind of wanted to match the theme because we've got like andesite stair arch kind of like going here, and then I really like the texture pattern of these blocks together on the nether portal. So I'm kind of going to use that same block palette for this. And then eventually I think I'm going to have some more tunnels going in when we get the whole hill hollowed out. But for today, and for the sake of time in the episode, I think I will only be just taking this chunk out of the hill from this block back to where our little villager trader and breeder is right here. So I think this is the perfect time to cut to a giant dig time lapse. Two hours of digging later and 45 seconds of a time lapse, and we have ourselves a quarter of the hill, or maybe even a third. I'd say a third of the hill dug out. Now the thing is I think I might need a little bit more space over here because I'm kind of deciding as to where I want to put the sugarcane farm and really how big I want it to be. So I'm really thinking about pulling some more blocks from this wall right here, maybe up to this line of torches, just so I have some more space to work with. But I think as far as the villagers go, they're fine there, because if I'm gonna have a giant tunnel going in the middle of this hill, I think I might want to put my villager trading hall right in the dead center, right here, with a larger, more grand arch, obviously, archer tunnel, whatever you want to call it. And then I want to have the same size archer tunnel on this side of the hill. But this is going to be our farm hill slash our trading hall hill, so I just want to make sure that everything gets placed right and we don't really have to move stuff around because I want it set in stone. So I might clear out a little bit more blocks, and then I will see you guys back here to start building the sugarcane farm. So I ended up changing my mind and not digging out extra blocks in the back for the sugarcane farm, and as you guys can see, I've got it set up, well, at least one of the modules right behind me. So if we take a look at this, this is a farm by Tango, and if you guys haven't checked out his videos on YouTube, he's got a lot of great content, and this farm is super easy to follow along for his tutorial, and I'll be sure to put the link in the description so you guys can build it yourself. But the good thing about this farm, or I shouldn't say good, the convenient thing about this farm is that you can extend it widthwise and lengthwise and vertically as much as you want. It's modular, and it's also lossless, so almost none of the sugarcane is getting lost, and it's just going right into the water stream, and we're able to pick up all of our drops. But I think I'm going to go ahead and wire all the rest of the modules up, and you guys can see a short little time lapse of me doing that. But do check out that video by Tango because it's an awesome farm, and I think it gets the job done. The sugarcane modules are all linked up, but I need some packed ice in order to be able to make the storage collection system. But I did just see this, and I wanted to show you guys. I know it's ancient portals or whatever, but this one looks cool. I've never seen anyone like this before. So, just a cool little thing. Some glistening melons for the bean melon himself. I like it. Yeah, not too bad. It's really cool looking though. But I'll see you guys back at the base when I've got the ice in hand and we can finish up the very final part of the sugarcane farm. So I made it back to the sugarcane farm and oh my gosh, it was a long ways just to go get some ice for packed ice for this thing. But as you guys can see, we've got the little storage collection system set up here in front. And it just pushes all the items that are pushed out by the piston. And we needed the packed ice for blocks like right here where the water doesn't flow all the way. You just put down a packed ice and then a stone pressure plate, and that allows the items to travel through to our droppers into our chest. And we're doing pretty good right now. But I think I might want to add another level of this. Maybe even in between episodes 3 and 4, this episode and the next one I might do that. But what I would do is I would just make these dirt blocks and then pretty much mirror this whole thing, take out the glass, and that would be where the water stream is instead. But there is something that I want to do before I start building that big arch, and that is go into the nether. So in between episodes, I did find another bastion, and I didn't want to go in and do anything off camera because I'm really hoping, really hoping that I can get a pig step music desk. Because I want one so bad, and I've wanted to hear it in the game when I play it so bad since the update. So let's head into that bastion, and I will see you guys in the nether. I literally was just lost for so long, but I think this is the path that I made to go to the bastion. Because clearly, I wouldn't just mark it with black. See the torches? See, I'm a smart guy, kinda. This is the way to the bastion. Just find the tunnel. Go down the right tunnel and you'll find it. Wow, it took me 2 hours. 2 hours to find it. I spent so long looking for it yesterday. Oh my gosh. Let's just kind of see what I'm doing here. Square of 4. I'm pretty sure it's up and over this way if I remember. Wait. Yep, that way. Where are you? Okay, whatever. Just keep on walking. Disaster avoided. I found it. See? Look how nice it. See, look at that. I wasn't lying, you guys. I did some work. I found a good one. I'm pretty sure I pathed it all out. Look at this torches. Breadcrumbs. Follow the trail. See, we got a nice chest here. I've not even opened it yet. Just gotta hide from them. A lodestone. Okay, we lost that last time. We're not losing it today. See? A big one. No, actually just a small one. What is that? Is that just a piglin? Gosh, it's a scary sounding piglin. Well, can't do that or we can't open it up. Just to give us some privacy in here. Why? Snout banner pattern. That should be cool. Gilded blackstone. Kinda neato bambino. Some chains. Might as well just pop them in there, huh? I have plenty of bone blocks now due to the skeleton farm, so I don't think that's necessary. We can always craft chains as well. Disaster averted. Thank you very much. This is a new biome as well. The basalt valleys? What is it called? Basalt deltas. Quite the ominous look to it. It would be super cool to build like a dark themed castle, I think. Something that just comes up out of the middle, these big pillars. Perhaps at a later date. Maybe. But as for this bastion, I believe we're pretty much looted out, I think. I don't really know if there's any other places. Probably should go get all that gold blocks. Are they gonna get pissed at me? Not good. Oh my gosh. Trapped between a rock and a hard place right now. You hear them just pulling back on me? Oh, why did I do that? For 13 gold blocks. God dang. Oh, this is gonna be brutal. Oh, that's like a clean headshot if they come here. Hey, are you mad? Come get me. Are you pissed? Are you not mad anymore? You guys were just pulling on me. Seriously. Yeah, so I think that's it for this bastion. So I think it's time to head back home and start on an archway, maybe, and even do some little more buildings in the village. Why not? See you guys there. Now that I'm back from the Nether, it's time for us to start the building portion of today's episode, and that would be the giant arch right back here going into the hill. And I'm really disappointed that we didn't get a pig step record today. But you know what, it's going to be okay, and I think that once we get in Elytra, it'll be a lot easier to travel around the Nether and explore. So we got that to look forward to in a future episode. But I have almost all the resources I need to build this little arch tunnelway, and that's just a cobblestone, andesite, and stone, like we talked about on the pattern of the Nether portal, and we just kind of want it to look like it's got a really big arch like that. So yeah, I think it's time to start the building time-lapse for today, so sit back and enjoy the time-lapse. And there we are. Archibald is complete, and I think so is this episode. I spent a lot of time doing the texturizing on this, and then you guys could see that that took up quite a bit of the time lapse when I just did this side over here, when I was just tearing out blocks and adding in new ones. That part takes a long time during building for me. So it's usually easy just to do a little bit of on camera and then just forget about the rest of it and show you guys the complete product, because otherwise that time lapse would take way too long. Now, before we end today's episode, I just want to say that I'm really happy with the way the arch turned out, and I'm really happy all the stuff we got accomplished in today's episode. But there is one last thing that we need to do, and that is name our second cat. So let's just head on back here. Now, I do want to have a door here like I had mentioned before, but here's our little kitty. We got to bring it out here so we can name it and bring it next to the other cat. Come on, little guy. Or I should say, little girl, because it is definitely a female. Where's Ozzy? There's Ozzy. Ozzy? Meet Sharon. Perfect name. Ozzy and Sharon together. And with that, I think that is it for today's episode. Thank you guys if you stayed for the entire video, and if you do enjoy the videos, please do leave a like. It really helps me know that I'm doing a good job. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.